Welcome to practice, finding your way onto your mat, gathering any props that will make you feel comfortable and safe in your practice in this experience. Maybe some books to use as blocks if you don't have blocks, maybe a strap or a belt. And once you've arrived on your mat, make a seat, cross-legged, comfortable seat. There's a lift through the crown of your head, lengthening through the cervical spine. You feel your shoulders drop down your back, your ears float up away from your shoulders. Land your palms right onto your knees, and you begin to drop and circle through the torso, dropping the hips downward. One more time in that direction. Let the crown lift you up and then float in the opposite direction. Perhaps you're noticing that heat in the hips, the warming of the body's energy, and the lengthening of the spine. Floating all the way up, there's a lift through the crown of the head. And feel your eyes close and begin to watch the flow of breath. With your eyes closed and that beautiful lengthening of the spine, feel the breath come in through the nose and out through the nose. Feel the inhalation, draw the breath in through the nose and drop down into the belly, fill up through the ribs and chest, and allow the breath to empty out through the nose from the chest, ribs, belly. Again, inhale. Fill up, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Continuing in that 3-part breath pattern. Softening the mind. Softening the physical body, connecting to that energy of the breath flow, that pranic energy, and really allow yourself to be present in this experience. Yoga is about that union, that body, mind, spirit union. Really feel yourself linking movement with breath, trying to avoid moving through habit or patterns of habitual behavior. And as the mind drifts back into thought, you can just begin to come back to an inhalation. And bring the mind's eye back to the flow of the breath. Set an intention for your practice. And draw the hands to heart center. Asking that this practice bring us a deeper connection to our inner wisdom, to our heart consciousness, that we may be open to see and receive body, mind, spirit. Sweep the fingers down and up, reach up high. Hands come through to heart center. Inhale, arms sweep up, bring the palms together, gaze up at your thumbs and really lift. You can press down through your sits bones and the backs of your thighs, feel your rib cage and chest fill up. And slowly exhale as the hands come down through to heart center. Sweeping the fingers down. Press the palms away now and reach down. Reach up. Turn the palms away and reach down. Keeping your left hand down. Press down through that left arm. And reach with the opposite arm. Breathe. Floating all the way back up. Bring the opposite hand down and extend and reach. Coming back up, bring your both hands around to your knee and reach high for a twist. Release back. Hand comes to the opposite side. Come back to center. reach your hands right up to your shoulders. They can just sort of sit on your shoulders and make nice shoulder circles, pointing the elbows away in a circular motion and back in. Coming back through the center, make those circles now in the opposite direction. Good. One more time, wide. Inhale, wide, and point the shoulders, lift through your heart, gaze up. Exhale, roll and bring the shoulders towards each other. Shoulder space in the back creates openness. Press open through those elbows, look up. Float back, creating that space between the shoulders and the back. One more time, wide, look up. Exhale, roll together. Sitting up tall, reach your arms open, turn your palms down, wiggle the palms. Now make nice fists with the palms. And then open the palms like you're dropping marbles. 2 more times like that. You make a fist and drop. Make a fist, then drop. Wiggling the fingers, taking those wrists into little circles in both directions. Lovely. Bring the hands down, lean yourself back, pressing through, kicking through the heel. Feel the belly engage. Good. Bring the feet back down, taking your left hand inside. You reach that right arm up. Gaze up. Bringing your right hand down and reach your left arm up. Gaze up. You lean back. Remember what leg was in front, and you'll just switch sides. So press through your heels. And then you bring the opposite leg to the front and do the same thing. So you bring your left hand down and reach your right arm up. Gaze up. Wiggle the fingers. Bring your right hand down and reach your left arm up. You're gazing at the inside of the arm and you're reaching. Good. Come on back down. Take your shin. You're going to take your hands behind your thigh to hold. Sit up nice and tall, so no curling and slouching to the back. Sit up tall. Reach. Feel that knee hug in. Press your toes up. Press through your heel. Feel a nice openness through the back of your shin. And then press the heel down to the buttock. So a little bit of a flow. You can turn the ankle a little bit to loosen up there as well. Pressing through. Good. Want to do that one more time. Press up through the foot. Toes press towards you and then hold. Nice straight leg. Reach through the crown of your head. And try to notice if that thigh on the earth can press towards the earth and it's not lifting. So there's a lot of energy here to soften through the hinges at the hips, the belly, the shoulders. Good. Take that leg across. Hold the foot in the hand or cradle. So you bring the elbow creases around the foot and just give a little lift and a rocking. So you feel just the hip moving in its socket, sitting still and tall. Good. Release that leg long. Slowly, be careful. That leg will send itself out long. Lean back. Drop your right thigh inside out for frog pose. Extend your hips towards your left straight leg and fold yourself forward. Forehead towards your shin. Lengthen and breathe here. You feel that dropping in of the right rib cage towards that inner long leg, that thigh. Sit yourself up and lean back. You bring that long leg under the body and you're holding through the right thigh. Sit up tall, hold the back of the thigh and begin to press and straighten that leg. Press up and back. Reach up and back. Turn the ankle. That can feel so nice. Drop the heel down. Lift through your crown now. Breathe in and out. Next time you reach through that leg, reach high through the heel. Sit up tall and hold. Again, that thigh on the ground wants to pop up, so you want to breathe it down and find ease here in this hold. Slowly release that right leg long. Lean back and flip. The leg that was on the ground flips. And you align your hips to that right straight leg. Give yourself a fold. Forehead towards shin. And breathe. Slowly rising all the way back up. Leaning those knees together. Press through those heels again. And you can kind of wiggle your fingers. You're in a boat pose here, really. So take a modified version of boat where your shins are parallel to the earth. Reach with your palms open, really engage through the belly. Breathe. Take a nice inhalation and lift. Drop yourself to the right. Let the right foot land on the left thigh and lean and twist. So there's a nice lift and you're twisting over your right shoulder. Breathe. Coming back around through to center, taking your boat pose again. Take full boat pose if you're able to. If that feels good to you today, press through your heels, wiggle your fingers, breathe in and out. Lift through your knees and bend. This time you're dropping the left foot onto the right thigh and taking a nice deep twist here. Breathe. Release your hands, release your knees, and come on around to table pose. Shake out one leg, then the other. Land your palms right underneath your shoulders. Lift your shoulders high. Now notice in your table pose, if you can ground down, your knees are under your hips, your palms are underneath your wrists are underneath your shoulders, and feel the energy of the elbows. So the points of your elbows drop back towards your thighs, and you bend a little bit. And as you lift your shoulders up right up over your wrist, the energy of the shoulders is drawing in towards each other. Lift and breathe. Take a nice breath in and drop the belly. Lift your heart for cow. Roll your belly to your spine. Chin to your chest for cat. Find that flow. Close your eyes. Drop down and inhale with the heart. Roll the belly to the spine, chin to chest, exhale. 3 more times like that. And coming back to your neutral table as you come out. Breathe. Taking your nice firm hands, ground them down. Take your left leg, send it high, and your right arm, so it's opposite. Really lengthen. Feel the belly to the spine and the length of the crown. Fingers to toes, fingers to heel. Press the toes down towards the earth so there's energy through the heel. As you breathe in, you reach. As you exhale, you draw the elbow and the knee towards each other. Reach. Come together. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Reach. Come together. Bring the hand down and press that foot up high. Reach your head high. Exhale and draw the knee to the forehead. Feel the spine curl back. Reach high through that foot and thigh. Head lifts. Float back. Inhale. Float back. 2 more times. Inhale. Float back. Reach. Exhale. Bringing the foot back down. And give it a little press through the ball of the foot before you bring it back so that you're stretching and lengthening through that whole entire leg. Breathe in. Reach that left leg high. Bring it over the body. Press down through the pinky toe and gaze down at the heel. Breathe. Come back through the center. Take a few cow cats here. Breathe in and out. Vajrayasana is the Sanskrit for your cow cat. Coming back through to a neutral table. Take your right leg and send it long. Press through the heel. Belly to spine. Reach your left arm up. Really reach. Extend. Chakrasana. Reach. Exhale and you draw the elbow and the knee towards each other. Inhale to reach. Exhale, come together. Inhale to reach. Exhale, come together. Take a nice big reach. Bring the hand down. Send the foot up high. Lift to the crown of your head. Fold together as you exhale. Reach that foot up. Lift the crown. Come together. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, come on back down. Inhale. Come on back down. That foot, that right foot can press away from the body as you rock back and forth. Take a nice breath in and lift the leg high. Bring it across the body. And you're pressing into the pinky side and looking down at the heel. Breathe.
Bring the knee down, curl the toes, and rise up to downward facing dog. So when you're downward facing dog, those arms, the same way you have them in table, when you're down in your table and the elbows are facing towards each other, the inner elbows, the palms looking straight down at 5 wide fingers, knuckles pressing down. As you curl into a downward dog, the hands are doing the same thing, pressing down and forward. Your shoulders lift back, your tailbone's high, your spine is long, and there's energy through the thighs pressing behind you. Space between the knees, and that's where you bring your gaze. Breathe. Take a nice breath in. Lift your heels, bend your knees, and float your shoulders over your wrists so you're looking straight down between the palms. Downward facing dog. Inhale to lift, bend the knees. Kind of hovering over like a bunny, you're going to hop away. Reach back. One more time, lift. Floating those shoulders over. Try to notice if your knees dig in and if they can drop right down below the hips. Take a breath in and drop the knees, press the toes away, and stretch back for child's pose. Tenting the fingers. You can feel really good. Press a little into the pinky side. Walk your hands left. And walk them back through center and right. Back through the center. Bring the hands to the heels. Come back to your intention. Your breath flow. Soften through the belly. Lengthen through your spine. Sometimes in child's pose, there's like a desire to lift the head and bring it further up the mat as you lengthen and settle in the tailbone towards the heels. And come on back around, coming into your downward facing dog. Breathe. Walk your hands to your toes and take a forward fold. Slide your fingers underneath your toes, bend one knee and then the other. Feel the torso connecting to that thigh that's bent. Breathe. Sweep your hands up to your shins and take halfway rise. Fold forward. As you sweep your fingers along the earth, sit for chair pose, Utkatasana, so your knees over your ankles press energetically back. Your tailbone presses back. There's length in the spine, right up through the crown from the tailbone, and you reach your palms forward. Soften, but press back deeply, and you're engaged. You might even be able to lift your toes and spread them wide. Lift your tailbone, forward fold, and come back to your downward facing dog. 3 big breaths. Inhale here. And empty out completely. 2 more times like that on your own. Inhale. Take a nice big breath, taking your gaze and your step to the front of your mat and landing for forward fold. So your forward fold, the front of your mat, planting your hands wherever they land. If you have a book or a block and you want to put it underneath, right in front of your toes, you can land your knuckles there or your fingers there, and it can bring the earth to you so that you can maintain straight legs in your pose. Focus on dropping the crown of the head straight down to the earth. Lots of times people are all sort of uncomfortable here, and that's a nice way to begin in a forward fold. And the crown can float down, so you soften through the neck. Slide your hands up for halfway rise. Fold forward, sweep your fingers, and take your chair pose. Utkatasana. Breathe. Take a nice breath in, reach your fingers forward. Hands to prayer, inhale to rise. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Hands come together, press down through your feet. Inhale, reach up. Bring your palms together, ground down to your feet and your shins, thighs and hips. Hands come down to heart, center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway rise, planting and stepping back with your left leg dropping that knee down, pressing the toes down. Reach your arms up. Reach high and ground down. Hands to heart center. Bring your hands down to frame that foot and step yourself back to downward facing dog. Press through your heels, press the palms down and forward, lift your tailbone high, and press your thighs back. Take a nice big breath in and step that left leg forward, drop your knees, press that foot away in the back and reach up. Breathe in and out. Hands come through the heart center. Step to forward fold. Crown dips. Halfway rise. Fold forward, bend your knees. Ground down and rise up. Hands to heart center. Reach up high. Ground down to the feet and shins. Point the fingers, arching towards your left, creating a half moon as you reach to the left. Float all the way back up and arch to the opposite side as you exhale. Good. Breathe in and hands come back down to heart center. Inhale, reach your arms up. Fold forward. Halfway rise. Fold forward. Plant your hands here and step. Right leg will step all the way back. Dropping the knee down. Press the top of the foot down. Reach the arm up. Breathe. Hands come down to heart center to frame that front foot. Draw your tailbone back. Send your forehead right towards your shin of that long extended left leg. And fold back towards a lunge. Plant your hands and step yourself back. Taking a downward facing dog. Breathe in and out. You can hang out in down dog as long as you like. Anytime in any practice. It's a beautiful pose. Really turns into a beautiful resting pose. Really can calm down the body. Take a nice big breath and step right leg forward. Drop that back knee and sweep your arms up. Breathe. Hands come back to center. Draw your tailbone back, straightening that right leg, fold forward. Breathe. Coming back through to center, step into your forward fold. Halfway rise. Fold and sweep to chair pose. Hands to prayer, inhale to rise. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway rise, plant your hands, downward facing dog. Taking your nice breath in your down dog. Lifting your heels, dropping your knees, taking your child's, and taking your cow cats. Breathe. Back at neutral table, swing your seat back around and extend your legs long so you're reaching through your legs here. Shoulders are firmly landing over their hips. You can remove the flesh, any abundance from underneath so that the sit bones connect to the mat. And sit in a mountain pose. Tadasana is a standing version of Dandasana. Dandasana is a seated pose. So sometimes in yoga practice or in a class, we brush through this pose, and maybe we can find a moment here today to sit together. The legs are extended long. You can always slide a little towel underneath the hinge at the knees so that you can feel a little bit of softness in the thighs. Otherwise, the legs are straight and you're pressing through the heels. Lift your crown long and find length right in the cervical spine to really draw the ears up away from the shoulders. And breathe. Take a nice breath in and out. As you inhale, reach your arms up. Let the palms face each other. Wiggle the fingers up a little bit. Breathe in here. Soften through the ears and shoulders here. And hold.
Bring the hands back down and plant them by the side of the body. Breathe. Take a nice breath in and reach the arms up, palms face each other, soften through the body, and come into your breath awareness. Hands come down, rest, palms face down, shoulders down the back, lift. So you really want to engage through the belly and lift through your crown. One more time, reach the arms up, palms face each other. Settle in for a few breaths. Hands come down, shoulders down the back. Inhale and reach the arms up, palms face each other, wiggle the toes, lift high, then draw your palms towards your feet, lengthening through the low back. So you don't want to curve, you want to really lengthen through the crown of the head, the back of the neck, and bring yourself down wherever you land. You can bring your hands down to the earth or hold your feet, really lengthen through the crown of the head so there's a nice hinge at the hip. You fold forward and lower. Inhale and slowly rise back up. Bend your knees. Feel yourself lowering down. So you can hold your thighs to lower down. Roll the vertebrae one at a time down onto your mat. Coming down onto your mat, you can kind of remove anything that's going to get in the way, like I'm taking out my ponytail. Draw your knees into your chest so the back of the head can land on the mat. Knees come in. Clasp at the elbows. Rock side to side. And as you rock, see if you can soften the backs of the hips onto the mat. Soften that grip in the belly. Really feel yourself unhinging as you come together and breathe and soften. Wiggle the toes. Sweep your forehead right up to your knees. Take a breath in. And as the head comes back down and you exhale, float all the way over to your left side. So you're folding onto your left side, bringing your top shoulder with you, drop down, and then roll open through the right arm and gaze through your right. It's nice to keep the knees stacked. Hand on the palm, hand on the knees, and gazing over the opposite shoulder. Slowly bring right shoulder back to the mat, spine back to the mat, aligning the spine on the mat. Take your hands right into your tops of your knees and make nice circles with your thighs. And the hips are in their sockets. That can feel really nice. 3 times in both directions. Hug your knees in. Sweep your forehead up. Exhale your forehead back down. Fold all the way over to the opposite side and open that top shoulder. Breathe. Bringing the shoulder back. Bringing the spine back, reach the feet up high as you can pedal through, and then draw your arms up, wiggling the palms towards each other. Feel the shoulders kind of land wide on the mat and your hips still open onto the mat. You give a little press up through your feet and energy of the palms face each other.
Breathe. Feel yourself settling in for a nice breath here. Softening, energizing. And this is a nice posture that you can do and add length as often as you like. Learning how to be still. And come back to the breath. With the breath in and then out, the knees come down towards the shoulders, and you take the hot tops of the feet and float for happy baby. Releasing out. Left leg will come down onto the mat. Right leg will come across, so the ankle comes onto the thigh. Breathe in. And slowly just float over. So the knee is high. You bring the foot down. Cross over. The right foot touches the earth. The right knee is high. And the left thigh is folded. And then you're able to roll your right shoulder open, taking an additional twist here. Breathe. You can always take this left hand and press that right knee up. And just breathe in and out. Inhale back up through to rise. Extending that right leg high. Bend the knee. Take your left leg up. Rotating the ankle just for a little stretch. And then bring the ankle across that opposite thigh. Breathe in and out. Folding all the way over to the right. The left foot touches down. And then rolling open through that left shoulder. Take the right arm if you like, and you can press the knee open and feel the hip press down towards the mat. Gazing over the shoulder, coming into that breath. Floating back up, shoulder comes first, spine comes back to the mat. Release that leg and send it up long. And then one by one, just bring the limbs out onto the mat. The leg comes out and then the other. Arms wiggle down the mat. Lift your tailbone high and bring it back down. Just really like opening and loosening and softening the spine down so it feels nice and comfortable for your Shavasana. The feet spill open. Maybe you cover your eyes. Cover your body with a blanket. Let the arms spill open. Feel the weight of the body from the heels all the way to the crown of the head. The back of the head is resting on the mat. Notice the gentle curves in the cervical spine and in the low back. Come back to your intention and your breath flow and the wisdom of your inner knowing and that connection to your heart consciousness. begin to reintroduce physical movement to the body by very kindly and gently wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes. Turn your head side to side. Reach your arms up overhead. Lift the low back right up off the mat, that tailbone. Point your toes. Inhale, draw your knees in. Exhale and float to whatever side the body's asking for. And just hang out for a breath here before you make your way up to a seat. In this last moment, before we prepare to close our practice, make a little promise to yourself to hold on to your intention and this beautiful energy cultivated in your practice. And in your own time, make your way up to a seat, soft cross-legged seat, a lift through the crown. The eyes are soft or closed. Draw your hands to heart center. Namaste.